Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. Oh, I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening on your way to work, during lunch, or relaxing at home, we're really glad you joined us.
Hey, welcome. I was actually just thinking about yesterday before we started recording. I had the strangest day. I spilled coffee on my shirt right before a meeting.
Oh, no. Did anyone notice?
Everyone noticed. Everyone. But hey, that's what today's episode is kind of about because I had to talk about it. I had to tell the story. And that's exactly what we're going to practice today. That's right. Today on Simple English Talks, we're talking about how to describe your past day, yesterday. This is one of the most useful things you can do in English. Think about it. Every single day, you talk about what happened before, what you did, what you saw, what went wrong. And here's the exciting part. By the end of this episode, you're going to be able to tell someone about your whole day yesterday in natural, real English. Not textbook English, real English. The kind people actually use in conversations. We're going to cover how to use simple past tense, how to connect your ideas so your story flows, and how to make it sound interesting, not just a list of events. Here's your first question for the comments. And yes, we love reading your comments. Tell us, what did you do yesterday? Just write one sentence. We'll check it out. And if you're new here, welcome to Simple English Talks. Make sure you like this video and hit subscribe so you don't miss any of our episodes. We post new ones every week to help you speak better English. So, all right, let's get into it. Today is all about yesterday. And trust me, after this, you're going to want to tell everyone about your day.
Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. When we talk about things that happened yesterday or any time in the past, we use something called the simple past tense. And the basic formula is really simple. It's just subject plus verb in past form plus the rest of the sentence. So, for example, I woke up at 7. She called me in the afternoon. We went to the store. That's it. Subject, past verb, information.
Right. And the good news is a lot of super common verbs are irregular, meaning they don't just add ed. But you already know a lot of them without even realizing it.
Exactly. Like go becomes went, have becomes had, see becomes saw, eat becomes ate, get becomes got. You probably hear these every day. Here's a great way to think about it. If you're telling a friend about your day, you'd say, I had a really long day yesterday. You wouldn't say, I have a really long day yesterday. You'd automatically switch to had. And that switch, that's the simple past. Now, let me give you some everyday examples. I woke up late yesterday. I missed the bus. I ate breakfast really fast. I arrived at work at 9. See how natural those sound? Okay, here's something I want you to try. Think about the first thing you did this morning, or yesterday morning. Say it out loud right now. Use the simple past. Something like, I woke up at, or I had coffee at.
Go ahead. Say it out loud. We mean it. Speaking out loud is so important when you're learning a language. Don't just think it. Say it.
Now, what about negative forms? What if something didn't happen? You just use didn't plus the base verb. So, I didn't sleep well. I didn't have time for breakfast. She didn't call me back.
Notice that when you say didn't, the verb goes back to its base form. I didn't went is wrong. I didn't go is correct. I didn't ate is wrong. I didn't eat is correct. The didn't is doing the past work for you, so the verb stays basic.
This is a really common mistake, so we'll come back to it later in the episode. But for now, just remember, didn't plus base verb. Can you make a negative sentence about yesterday? Something you didn't do? Write it in the comments. Something like, I didn't watch TV yesterday.
or I didn't finish my homework. Let's see what you come up with.
Okay, so we've got the basics down. Simple past, verb in past form for positives, didn't plus base verb for negatives. That's your foundation. Fantastic. So now you have the building blocks: subject, past verb, information, positive and negative. You've already got something solid to work with. Up next, we're going to talk about how to connect these sentences so your story actually flows like a real conversation, not just a list of things. Okay, so now you can make a past tense sentence. But here's the thing. If you just say, I woke up, I ate, I went to work, I came home, that sounds a little robotic, right?
Very robotic, like a weather report.
Exactly. Real conversation uses connecting words. These are little words and phrases that join your sentences and make them flow. And they also tell your listener when things happened and in what order.
Let's start with some super common ones. First, then, after that, later, and finally. These are your best friends for telling stories about the past. So instead of, I woke up, I had coffee, I checked my phone, you'd say, first, I woke up. Then, I had some coffee. After that, I checked my phone. Hear the difference? It sounds like a person talking. It has rhythm, it has flow.
Now, let me give you a real-life example. Yesterday, I had a pretty normal day. First, I woke up around 7. Then, I made coffee. I always need that first cup before anything else. After that, I took a shower and got ready. Later in the afternoon, I had a video call. And finally, around 9 at night, I just watched something on TV and went to sleep.
See how that paints a picture? You can actually imagine her day. That's the power of connecting words.
Another important one is because. It explains why something happened. I was late because I missed the bus. I was tired because I didn't sleep well. I didn't eat lunch because I was too busy.
Because makes your English sound so much more natural and complete. It adds the reason, and people always want to know the reason. Okay, here's a quick comparison. Formal versus informal English. In more formal writing or speaking, you might say, subsequently, I attended the meeting. But in conversation, just say, after that, I went to the meeting. Much more natural.
Here's your practice activity right now. Take 3 things you did yesterday and connect them with first, then, and after that. Write your 3 sentences in the comments. Try it. We'll read them. And here are 3 quick tips for making your story sound better. First, use specific times when you remember them. I woke up at 6:30. Sounds more interesting than just, I woke up early. Second, add one small detail. I had coffee versus I had a really strong coffee. Small details make your story come alive. Third, don't be afraid to say how you felt. I was so tired. I was really happy. I was kind of stressed. Feelings make stories relatable. Those 3 tips alone will make a huge difference in how natural your English sounds. Specific times, small details, feelings. Let's keep that in mind as we move forward. Okay, so now let's flip the conversation. So far, we've been talking about how to describe your day. But what about asking someone else about theirs? This is a huge part of daily English conversation. Right. Think about how many times someone asks you, how was your day? Or what did you do yesterday? Or how'd it go? You need to be able to ask and answer. Let's look at the questions first. The most common ones are, how was your day? What did you do yesterday? How did it go? Did you do anything fun? And how was your evening? Now, here's something really important about the answers. Most people don't just say, it was fine. That conversation dies right there. A good answer is 2 to 3 sentences. You give a general feeling, then one detail. So if someone asks, how was your day? Instead of just saying, good, try, it was pretty good actually. I had a really productive morning. Oh, and I finally finished that project I've been working on. See? That's a real answer. It invites the other person to respond. It keeps the conversation alive.
And for tone, if your day was bad, you can say, honestly, it was kind of rough. Or, oh, don't even ask, it was a long one. Those are very natural ways to express that.
If it was great,
Oh, it was really good. I actually got some great news today. Or, you know what? It was surprisingly nice. That word surprisingly is great. It makes your answer more interesting. Okay, I want to do a little practice with you right now. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer out loud. Ready? Here's the first one. What did you have for breakfast yesterday? Say your answer out loud. Don't just think it, actually speak it. I'll wait. Good. Next one. What time did you wake up yesterday? And one more. Did anything interesting happen to you yesterday? Even if your answer is, no, it was a really boring day, that's still a perfectly good answer. Nothing interesting, honestly. I just stayed home and relaxed. That's real English. The key thing here is to speak in full sentences, not just one word. Fine and good aren't conversations, they're walls. Break through those walls with a full sentence and one small detail. And remember, politeness and naturalness go hand in hand. When someone asks about your day, they actually want to hear a little bit. Don't be shy. Tell your story. All right, so now you've got 3 powerful tools. You know how to make simple past sentences, how to connect them into a flowing story, and how to ask and answer about each other's days naturally. That's a really solid foundation. Okay, it's time for the part of the show where we get honest. Common mistakes. And look, we make mistakes too when we're learning things. That's just how it works. The important thing is to know what to watch out for.
absolutely. And honestly, these mistakes are super common, even for intermediate learners. So don't feel embarrassed if you recognize yourself here.
Mistake number 1. Using base verb instead of past verb. A lot of learners say, yesterday I go to the store. But the correct version is, yesterday I went to the store. Anytime you have a past time word like yesterday, last night, this morning, the verb needs to be in past form. The word yesterday is your signal. The moment you say it, your brain should shift to past tense. Yesterday I went. Yesterday I saw. Yesterday I had. Practice that connection. Mistake number 2. Saying I didn't went or I didn't ate. This is a really common one. Remember, after didn't, the verb goes back to its base form. So it's I didn't go, I didn't eat, I didn't see. The didn't carries the past. The main verb stays in base form.
Here's a funny example. Imagine telling your friend, I didn't went to the party last night. Your friend would understand you, sure, but it would sound a little off. The natural version is, I didn't go to the party last night.
Mistake number 3. Saying I have been to the store yesterday. This mixes up present perfect and simple past. The word yesterday always needs simple past, not have been. So it's I went to the store yesterday. Simple, clean. Think of it this way. Yesterday is a closed door. It's done, finished. Simple past is for finished things. Present perfect is more like an open window. It connects to now. Yesterday closes the window. So, simple past. Mistake number 4. Not including enough information. Some learners say, I went yesterday. Went where? Simple past needs context. I went to the gym yesterday. I went out for dinner yesterday. Give your sentence a landing place.
Okay, a practice prompt for each one. For mistake 1, say this out loud. Yesterday I, and finish it with something you actually did. For mistake 2, say I didn't, and complete it with something you skipped yesterday. For mistake 3, yesterday I went to, and name a place. For mistake 4,
take any past sentence and add one more detail to it.
And hey, making mistakes is not the end of the world. Every person who speaks great English made every single one of these mistakes at some point. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to keep going.
That's so true. Mistakes are just part of the learning process. The fact that you're here, practicing, means you're already doing better than most. Keep at it.
All right, it's practice time. We're going to play a little game called Choose the Better Sentence. I'll give you two options, and I want you to say which one sounds more natural. Ready?
Let's do it.
Situation 1. You're telling a friend about your morning. Option A, I wake up at 7 yesterday. Option B, I woke up at 7 yesterday. Which one?
Option B, right? I woke up because it's past tense. Wake up is present. Yesterday tells us it's past, so the verb has to match.
Situation 2. You're explaining why you were late. Option A, I was late because I didn't catch the bus. Option B, I was late because I don't catch the bus. Which sounds right?
Option A, I didn't catch. Past tense. Don't is present tense, and it doesn't fit with talking about yesterday.
Situation 3. Someone asks, how was your evening? Option A, fine. Option B, it was pretty relaxing actually. I watched a movie and had some tea. Which is better for a real conversation?
Option B, for sure. It's a real answer. It keeps the conversation going. Fine is fine, but option B is so much more engaging.
Situation 4. Telling a story about yesterday. Option A, I ate, I worked, I slept. Option B, first I had a quick breakfast. Then I worked for a few hours. Later, I just crashed on the couch. Which one? Option B. The connecting words, first, then, later, make it flow like a real story. Option A sounds like a shopping list. Now, here's your challenge. Create your own My Day Yesterday story using at least 3 past tense sentences and at least 2 connecting words. Write it in the comments. We'd love to read it. And don't worry about being perfect. Write what you actually did. Your real day is interesting. And remember, speaking a little imperfectly in real conversations is always better than staying silent, waiting to be perfect. Okay, we've covered so much today, and I honestly love this topic because it's so practical. You can use everything from this episode literally today, like in the next conversation you have. Let's quickly go over what we learned. Number 1, simple past tense. You use it to talk about finished actions. Positive form, subject plus past verb. Negative form, subject plus didn't plus base verb. Number 2, connecting words. First, then, after that, because, later, finally. These are what make your sentences into a real story. Number 3, asking and answering about each other's days naturally. Full sentences, a general feeling, 1 or 2 details. That's a really solid toolkit. And you know what? The best way to use it is to just start talking. Don't wait until you feel ready. You are ready. Start describing your days to someone, a friend, a family member, even just out loud to yourself. Here's one last question for you to think about. What was the most memorable part of your day yesterday? It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it was a delicious meal. Maybe something made you laugh. Maybe it was just a quiet, peaceful morning. Think about it and tell us in the comments. And before we go, if you got something useful from this episode, please give it a like. It really helps Simple English Talks reach more learners like you. Share it with a friend who's learning English. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. We are here every week with real practical English just like this. You're doing amazing. Seriously. The fact that you're here, listening, practicing, that's everything. Language learning takes time.
And you are putting in the work. We are so proud of you. Keep practicing, keep talking, keep making mistakes and learning from them. You've got this. We'll see you next time.